Alright guys, so today we have the Scandi grind version of the Kissaki. This one has a couple scales on, and there's enough space there to reach that hole if you want to put a string on there. I might on one of these. And here is the full steel one. Yeah, so the main difference, of course, between a convex and a Scandi is that this is a rounded. This is quite a round edge. These bevels they're not flat, they're round. And that adds edge retention and a lot of strength. And it's very popular in the market right now. Some of the highest quality camp knives from Falcon even, for example, they have this type of zero convex. That's what it's called. It's grounded to zero. So when it's grounded to zero, it means there's no sort of micro bevel like you would find on, let's see, that's a micro bevel right at the edge. So yeah, it's a very, very nice knife. I like it like this. I'll be making a lot more. I'll be making a lot more like this. I think I'm only gonna have just a few that are actually convex, and I'm gonna make the rest like this. And I mean, we can even compare. It has a lot of bite. Actually, before I start carving, I'm just gonna quickly show just how freaking sharp. Let's get some toilet paper here. So this is quite a wicked, sharpness. Might be able to, yeah. So it's quite sharp, and that's can't really go wrong with that. Quite a incredible force there. Now, this is curly birch, right? So curly birch is a burl. It's all burly. And it's usually very, very difficult to carve because it comes apart. It like breaks into chunks. So here's a smoother section. And the thing is, this is actually a lot easier for people to sharpen when it's a Scandi grind. And yeah, you get slightly more fragile edge, but it's also like a really, really, really... It's a modern steel and it's very, very tough. So you shouldn't have to worry about that. And the thing is, a lot of people, what they end up doing on a Scandi grind anyway, is they end up putting a micro bevel on the edge because they don't like sharpening them. So they'll end up anyway putting a micro bevel. And so this is what it looks like without a scale on it. And you can order these just as is from my website. They're a lot cheaper than the one with the handles on, because the handles on is a lot of custom work. I mean, we grow the trees here for this. This wood was planted just outside this freaking window, like over 20 years ago, and it goes from raw to dry. And that takes a long time. That's a couple years of drying. Then it's processed. Then it's stabilized. And then it's further into this, and there's a lot of work that goes into getting this wood. Now, of course, most of the work is done, so often I just grab planks off the shelf and work with that. But in manufacturing, they just have a router, a CNC router or something that just carves all the wood for them. It carves the handles and the scales already for them without any work. So this particular model for now, it's 430 euros from my website. And it comes with a sheath just like this one, except 2 layers. This is just a 1-layer sheath because I ran out of 2-layer eyelets, but they're coming. And the one that's just full steel is 200 euros. So if you want to put your own scales on there. And when you order one like this, I'll supply a few of some pins for you. So there isn't really much more to it than that. So my own personal one that I've been carrying now for a while, you see, it's a convex. I chopped a tree down with one of these. You guys saw in the video, it was very nice. But I just put hockey tape on this one, and I put some string around here, so, you know. And the hockey tape is nice. I like it because it's still kind of narrow. It's also, this color, it's black, so it hides more easily under a shirt. And it's soft. I like that. I dig that softness kind of a bit nowadays. The idea with these, eventually, after it's more of a known product and more sold, I'll have like plastic injection molded handles so that, well, yes, there's nothing more to it than that. Hopefully I can get a company to produce these. But this has a convex edge. You might not really see any difference. Now, granted, I haven't sharpened this for a while. Well, they both chop super, super hard. I don't think it's really possible to tell the difference. Again, this is much... When it's convex like this, it should have longer edge retention, but this is hard to go wrong. Hard to go wrong with all this here. Wow. No problemo. I don't have any hair left on my arm. It's a classic thing with knife makers, so yeah. I don't know if you can see that hair. So